What's going on? Uh, so my name is Philip. As you can see, I am a diehard Dolphin fan. I've been a Dolphin fan for a very long time, probably as long as pre 9/11. So that was, of course, like 2000. I was 4 years old. And I would just like to talk about my team lost yesterday to the Colts 33-8. It's probably one of the most embarrassing losses like I said, ever since 2019 when we lost to the Ravens. I believe the Ravens score was like 59 to like 14. That was when we was rebuilding. That was just such a bad year for us. We had Fitzpatrick first year, Minka Fitzpatrick, Devontae Parker. It was just all over the place. But nevertheless, I thought we improved over the years, and to we reached this point where training camp. I have faith in this team. I think a lot of the doubters that we have out there it was bad, and I felt like we garnished a lot of disrespect for our team. People had us at ranked 25th, 28th. I'm like, okay, like I know we're not the best of team, but being that low rank is just kind of wild to me, honestly. But it seemed like they may know more than I do, because that was just, like I said, an abysmal loss. I don't get it. I really just don't get it. I'm trying to think to myself, trying to think. We playing a Colts team, who, by the way, got Daniel Jones starting at quarterback, old Mr. Danny Dimes, who they drafted, which I thought was probably one of the dumbest picks. They drafted Anthony Richardson, I believe, third overall, which now he's on their bench. So that was a waste of a draft pick. We let Danny Dimes look like Peyton Manning out there. D line, we had no pass rush. I don't care. Like, I heard people say, "Oh, the D line get in there." I'm like, "This, no, I don't see it at all. We was not getting there at all." D line, we had no pass rush, right? Which also hurt our secondary, because our secondary is already not good and we're injured. So D line, if you need to help our secondary out, and which they didn't. O line played bad. I thought we was going to have a better O line this year than we did last year. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. Tua had no time in the pocket, and now the things about Tua. Oh man, I honestly thought he was concussed when he threw that second interception, but we'll get there. So all in all, I give my team a solid D. I get them a D and not an F. I want to get them an F, but we scored a touchdown. That's why I'm giving them a D. So we're gonna say a D minus. We're gonna say, you know what? Nah, we're gonna give them an F. We're gonna give them an F. Start of the season, our defense, we couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was just bad. I feel like we was all over the place, blown coverages, missed tackles, couldn't get off of blocks on the D line. He had all time to throw the ball. Like, I didn't know. I knew the Colts have a solid, decent line, but it's not like how it was in like previous years, like probably a couple of years ago. So that it just doesn't make sense to me that you know we wasn't able to get pressure. We only got one sack in Bradley Chubb. Okay, great, but the whole entire game, he just got no pressure, and he had all day to throw the football. Also, what frustrated me the most, it was one play, and it kind of got me a little irritated. Is when I believe it was Jack Jones. He did a good defensive play, and he's over there showboating. I'm like, man, look, we're losing. What I think was like 23-0, or we're losing this game, and you over there like, no, you need to get back. You need to show like, hey, we're here, and we could try to make the comeback. You need to fire up the defense. We need to do something to spark it. I feel like my team, we was not ready. As soon as we got off that plane, we was not ready. Not ready at all. Like it was just crazy. Here, let me just go over. Let me go over my team stats. Have them pulled up on my phone real quick. All right, Tua, 14 for 23. People are saying, "Oh, you didn't have a bad game." Okay, 114 yards. Average 5 yards a throw. One touchdown. Two. Numero dos. 2 interceptions, right? Got sacked 3 times. One of those was a forced fumble that they did off of, if I'm not mistaken, off of a blitz, a DB blitz on the left side. Um, I don't have no words to say when it comes regarding that. Um, that the second interception, the first interception, you gotta get the ball down a little too high. Tyreek Hill's probably 5'10", I think 5'10", 5'11". He's not a tall 6'3" guy, so you have to get the ball down. Threw an interception to the safety. All right, you know what? All right, costly, but it is what it is. You got to bounce back from it, right? Then second possession, he had the ball, I believe. DB came off a blitz. He tried to step up. He's seen him, but unfortunately, DB hit the ball out of his hand, fumble. Colts get the ball back again. That was the second turnover, I'm sorry. His second interception, I just don't understand what he was thinking. I'm going to be honest. It was 3rd and 8, if I'm not mistaken. He had the underneath route coming right across his face. But no, I want to give it a ball to Tyreek Hill, who was triple covered. He had a safety over the top. He had the corner right there by him. And then he had, I believe, the outside linebacker who was in a 3 technique, I think, to start the play. Then he dropped back into coverage. He's right there. You did not see him. It's like Tua gave him a gift. Like, okay, man, you know, Christmas is coming. It's going to be an early Christmas present for you. And right there, and I'm just confused. I'm like, Tua, take the underneath route. If he gets the first down, great. If he gets stopped, at best case scenario, it's like 4th and 2. We can go for it. It's better instead of being 4th and 8. It made no sense to me at all. And then back on the defensive side, I'm like, we have Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Chop, and then we just got Kendall Grant from Michigan, and we couldn't get not one. We barely got pressure. I'm looking. I'm like, this man has all day to throw. He could write a memoir. He could take a nap in the pocket, and then when he wakes up, he still have time to throw the ball. This entire game, it was very frustrating just watching and knowing that this is not the team that I love and support. Like we have worse teams who put out a way better effort than what I have seen on Sunday. Way better. I need everybody to know this. Daniel Jones was able to put up points on every single drive. The one time they punt the ball, guess what Matthew Judon did? Oh, which is also another edge rusher we have. But Matthew Judon, I'm going to hit the punter. Oh, run into the kicker. It was a 4th and 3. Run into the kicker. That's 5 yards. Boom. First down. It was just a bad game to watch. So I go to a bar, and it's called a Hideaway Bar. It's here in Orlando, Florida. That's where I'm at right now. And just to see all the distraught look on the Dolphins fans that we like, hey, man, we've been with this team through thick and thin. Back in 2007, when we went 1-15, fun fact, I was at that game when we beat the Ravens in overtime. From that to, the following year, won a division. I don't know what to say when it comes with this team now. And I've been advocating for Tua. I've been a big Tua supporter. When we drafted him, when he was going through all his concussions, I'm like, hey, we got to stick with it. He's the guy. I said, look, we gave Tannehill so much chances. Like, we gave Tannehill 8-9 years, I believe. I feel like we have to give Tua more of an opportunity, and honestly, but apparently, I don't know. I did say this will be my last year supporting Tua. This will be the last year. I have to make a stand right here. I have to. I've been preaching. I've been trying to say, hey, Tua's the guy. He can do it. He can do it. Everybody's saying, no, Philip, you're wrong. Like, no, you know what? I have to believe as a fan of my team. I believe that he's the guy. And now this is the last year. If he gets hurt, I'm done with him. If plays bad, of course, I'm done with him. He has to win us a playoff game this year. He has to. We need a playoff game. The last time we got a playoff game was back in 2000. I need everybody to hear this. Back in 2000, that's before 9/11. That's before the towers went down. I need everybody to know that. It's insane to me. This Y2K, like, it's crazy that we haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. I'm 28 years old. We haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. Last time we won a playoff game, I was what? 3? It's all depends. Yeah, no, I was 4. I was 4. Our birthday is in September. So that being said, I'm gonna keep this real short. I'm gonna end the stream, but hey, I just had to voice my frustration on my team, man. Hopefully we do better next week against the New England Patriots, and then we have the Bills that same week on Thursday. So hopefully my team lock in. Hopefully they understand, like, you know what, that was bad. It was a bad performance. We need to do better as a team as a whole. And I understand people are like upset at Tyreek Hill. Like, why are you screaming on the sideline? Yeah, what Tyreek Hill did before the end of last season when we lost to the Jets, no, that's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. But that being said, I still feel like he has, yes, if you're a winner, you're a competitor, and you know your team is not performing at their best, yes, you're going to get frustrated. And he has all right to get frustrated. Like, yes, he's trying to rebuild that rapport with Tua and his teammates. But at the end of the day, he still has a right to say, hey, we're sucking right now. We're sucking. So this will be it. I do want to start a podcast, not only talk about my Dolphins, but just talk about a lot of stuff. Honestly, a lot of people told me to do this, and I'm going to give it a try. Who knows? Who knows? But appreciate you guys. You'll see a lot more of me. And this is Philip signing off.